Welcome to the podcast from the St. Louis Sportists, an occasionally smart, always irreverent look at sports in St. Louis and beyond. And now, your St. Louis Sportists.
Hello and welcome to the podcast from the St. Louis Sportists. We're joined this week by Joe Sperlin.
Hey, glad to see everybody.
Doug Lansdowne.
Good evening. We're getting wired up for Thanksgiving.
And Keith Farrell.
Cheers, everyone. Good to be back.
And my name is Ron Cook, and it is good to be back, and I'd like to extend my thanks to Joe Sperlin for running things last week and making me look completely expendable. I appreciate it, sir.
No problem.
Our friend Tom Mathis.
Not happening.
Tom Mathis is on assignment. He's no doubt got some Thanksgiving action that he's taking care of. In this edition, the Chiefs win a must-win game in very dramatic fashion and now face America's team on Thanksgiving Day. Mizzou fails yet again to take down a ranked opponent. Do they have enough gas left in the tank for the Hogs this weekend? The Blues continue to sputter, and it's a good time to be a Billiken, Keith.
Oh, God, yeah.
St. Louis Sportists are brought to you by First Coast Steel Buildings. Jason and his team will take your project from design to completion with a family-first approach. Learn more at firstcoaststeel.com, and we'll hear more from them later in the show. And tonight's last call is brought to you by Black Dog Consulting, LLC, here to help the one-truck owner and the small fleet owner to grow and prosper. Contact Dave at 417-217-9622. Black Dog Consulting, helping you retrieve bigger profits. We would love if you would rate us, follow us, subscribe to the podcast. And we are on X, Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, or as the kids call it, the Gram. And did you know that you can watch all this madness on YouTube if you would rather not listen to it as a podcast? You can watch this on YouTube. We're at STL Sportists. Our website is stlsportists.com. And now that all the formalities are finished, Joe Sperlin, what do you have for a quick hit?
You know, this was going on last week at press time, as the old saying goes, I believe, but Bill Belichick was seen at I'm going to make sure I get this correct, a competition for adult cheerleaders that his girlfriend was involved in. So, yeah, so Bill was there and cheering, cheering on his girlfriend who was there. There were reports that some people asked which one of these girls is your granddaughter, but we do not confirm or deny. Now, I did not know adult cheering co-ed, by the way. Adult cheering co-ed was a thing, but I guess it's like anything else you did in high school. You can play adult league and everything else, and basketball, baseball, everything else. The only thing I was thinking was, is there an adult dance team? Hello. Yeah.
I think that's across the river, Keith.
Yeah. It's in Sauget, Illinois.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all I want to say about that. But hey, Bill, good for you. If you have time, look up all the comments on Twitter and other social media. Maybe some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen with some of the comments.
Yeah, that Jordan's a firecracker. You saw she's suing Pablo Torre right now. So
yeah,
she's one to keep an eye on for sure. Doug Lansdowne, what do you have?
Hey, shout out to college basketball, NCAA. They've got it figured out. I mean, you know, it's the few days before Thanksgiving, and we're all watching college basketball out in Vegas and these tournaments, and you know they have figured it out. The kids stay longer because of NIL. Teams get better because of the transfer portal. They pay the dirty-haired foreigners. They leave the foreign league and come over and play. So the teams are really, really good. Plus, they've got all these freshmen that are good.
Yeah, and, we're sitting here with 3 screens of it right now. Missouri just took a 19-1 lead on South Carolina State. It's not often you see a 19-1 score in basketball. But, yeah, and we'll get into that
Missouri
more.
Favored by 34.5. I think that's going to be a pretty good wager, it looks like.
They're well on their way. They're well on their way. And I'm speaking of wager. I'm springing this on Doug and Keith, but folks, we may have a standalone show around the launch of gambling in Missouri here.
Ooh.
It's not Monday, is it?
What could possibly go wrong?
We may have an explainer, since we have two of the premier gambling experts here with Mr. Farrell and Mr. Sperlin to kind of. What is a parlay? Some people may be asking, things like that.
And it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah. It's just called setting your money on fire.
Mr. Farrell.
Well, I was going to say this segment was brought to you by Heads and Shoulders and the Dirty Hair college basketball players. But listen, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I am thankful for a Heim Bloom.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I know we'll get a little bit more into this a little bit later, but I just have a feeling we're not going to hear, well, let's give this guy more runway. Let's be more patient. Let's find the right deal. We're not going to hear that BS anymore out of this guy.
Arbitrage. Remember arbitrage?
Sense of urgency. We'll get there faster if we get it done today. Yeah. I heard that today. I'm like, this is a pretty good guy that we have leading this team.
Yes. And the thing that, I actually had in my Cardinal notes, and this was before the Sonny Gray trade, so I deleted it. Heim is everywhere. He did a 20-minute interview on Channel 4 Sunday night. He's been on the radio shows. It's hard to not find the guy,
And he doesn't sound cocky, conceited, arrogant. He doesn't sound like he wants to be the smartest guy in the room.
No, and I said to Jamie, it's nice to see someone not wearing a bow tie,
Yeah, I mean, Colonel Sanders and Mosaic.
It's like someone you instantly root against in a debate,
Yeah,
right. But no, Heim. I agree with Heim. That's a great call, Keith. Mine is going to be a shocking flash of something done right by the NCAA, and it does tie into our previous gambling thing. A few weeks ago, we all gave a collective, when we heard the NCAA was going to allow Division I athletes to gamble on professional sports. What could possibly go wrong there? I have no idea. Well, fortunately, the NCAA has a comment period on changes like this, and the comments basically were along the lines of, are you people insane? And so because of that, they decided to not make this change. They are going to keep the rule as it is, which is at all divisions, they are going to continue to ban Division 1, 2, and 3 athletes from gambling on professional sports. I can't believe, I don't remember the last time that I said, good decision by the NCAA. That's just not a phrase that flows naturally.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I don't know.
And buyer beware, you Division II athlete who's throwing $300 at a first pitch strike, or don't do it. Don't do it.
That guy from Wall Street in that short sleeve dress shirt with a mustache and glasses will find you. He will go across his screen and he will find you. Keith Farrell, Norman, Oklahoma this past Saturday. The only offensive thing about Missouri was their offense, which was not good.
Offensive, yeah.
The quote from Eli Drinkwitz, just to tee it up for you, Eli said, and this is the head coach saying this about his own team, we had zero rhythm, zero rhythm, zero creativity. We were run, pass. It just didn't work.
I'll share my comments. They were predictable. Pribia looked shell-shocked. It looked like OU anticipated the plays better than Mizzou did. Yeah. I mean, when you look at what Drink has been saying on the collective rainbow of thoughts from his job transition possibly to whatever, like we just need better players. He's just making a damn excuse for wanting better players. Or he doesn't have them, or it's just bad play calling. Their offensive coordinator is getting some heat for just a lack of creativity. Pribula was supposed to come into this game and throw the ball, okay? And he stunk. He was bad. What I put down here, 4 sacks. OU had 8 tackles for losses, 2 interceptions, and 5 pass deflections. You're not winning football games when you're getting that much pressure on the quarterback. But I will say this much. Defense played well. Okay. They played well enough to win. I think you had mentioned in the chat earlier, the unders definitely won that game. And, Mizzou came out and they were firing in that first quarter, took the rest of the game off. And that was so disappointing to see. So,
Joe Sperlin, you've coached a good amount of football, and I'm gonna go between college and pro here just a second. Chip Kelly got fired by the Raiders, and they said that one of the reasons he got fired was his offense was predictable to the point where opponents were jumping routes, basically like they were beating the Raider receivers to the ball in some cases because they were so predictable. Do they just fall into a thing where they're trying to run something that has worked before? Or how can, at that level, the offensive creativity be so minimal?
Sometimes I think when you have better players, you look a lot better calling plays. And I think maybe Ohio State had better players than the Raiders. I don't know if Chip's done it, but it's sometimes I think the pro game and the college game, it doesn't work the same. He kind of established when he was with the Eagles, kind of what the NFL looks like now, but I think everybody's kind of evolved to all that. And when you just got to have, I don't know if Geno Smith is a guy to run his type of offense. And I just think someone a good fit, that's when a guy like Daniel Jones leaves the Giants and goes to the Colts. And all of a sudden now, why? I mean, better situation. I mean, it's not like all of a sudden he's become a great player. It's just a better situation and a better scheme.
Yeah, and Doug, that loss drops Drinkwitz to 7-7. Well, I shouldn't say Drinkwitz. It drops Missouri to 7-7, but by association, Drinkwitz. Is he the guy at this point to get them over the hump? Now, there's talk of a meeting to give him an extension here.
Well, he's going to probably beat Arkansas. Might win a bowl game. He's won 9 games. I mean, that's pretty good. And I've never been a huge fan of him. My Eli, have a drink and wink. But, I think Tom said a few weeks ago, are we at his ceiling? And it may be. Maybe. I'm still amazed at the flirtation from the other schools that they want him. I mean, when I heard that, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So, but there's something there that they like.
Is he only good as the offensive and defensive coordinators, or is this Drink?
Good question.
Because the plays are being called from somewhere, right? And I don't think Drink is calling the plays.
Right.
Joe, what do you think about that?
Well, those comments he made, I think you almost look for a change in offensive position next year. I mean, he made that a very predictable and all that other stuff. I mean, you got to make some changes. I mean, not saying you get a new offensive coordinator, but you say, hey, here's some things we got to do and we got to look at to improve and do this. It's who's the quarterback next year? Who do you get in the portal? Who leaves? Who comes back in? I mean, it used to be, hey, we got this guy coming up, but you're like, is he going to stay? Who's staying? Who's leaving? Who's coming back? I mean, who knows?
Yeah. So about 2 of my predictions have been right when it comes to college football, but one of them was I said Illinois will get into one of those late season Big Ten games that are just kind of gnarly and they will slip up. That happened, Keith.
Welcome to Wisconsin. Yeah. They always they get pushed around on that offensive line. And we've seen it all season. They just have trouble controlling that line. When they get pushed around, they're going to lose. And convincingly, they look bad.
Joe, I was surprised that it was that large of a margin. I mean, it was kind of over going into the third quarter almost.
Yeah, what I got to watch of it, it was almost like, wait, who's the team that's won 3 games and which team's lost 3 games? Because Wisconsin looked pretty dang good there. And I mean, like he said, kind of manhandled them a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of surprised. I was surprised at that.
It is actually kind of pushing the Mizzou and Illinois records closer together to where we could actually see that bowl game that we've been kind of talking about for a while. Doug, I saw one of my.
I've seen the bowl matchups that Mizzou's getting in with the Big 12. I've seen them playing Houston and Cincinnati, and
I've actually seen them in Nebraska too. That would be interesting.
Oh, hey, there's 3 teams that you're sitting there going, I don't know about playing Houston or Cincinnati. So,
Doug, Mississippi State sent out one of my favorite video highlights in a tweet this week. It was the official turning on his mic and very seriously saying, "Unsportsmanlike conduct, all players, both teams." That's rivalry week, baby. What are you looking forward to? Because my goodness gracious, it starts at 11. It goes practically till midnight this Saturday. There's a bunch of good games.
I think Ryan Day and Ohio State will try to score 100 points against Michigan. They are going to try to steamroll them, and they probably will. But I'm actually interested to see how big they win, because I think they are going all out to thump them.
And there will be an Ohio State flag planted at the 50-yard line.
Yep.
I wonder if there are going to be armed highway patrolmen at midfield after the game. I'm not kidding.
Ron, my favorite was the Mississippi State game when the guy scored and did the dog peeing and got the flag, and they missed the extra point.
DK Metcalf. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was one for, and they missed the extra point. You're exactly right.
Yeah,
they did.
Not unlike we saw that in the NFL last when one of the receivers jumped on the goalpost and cost him 15 yards on the extra point. That was the Philadelphia game a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But so the carousel is getting ready to spin with Lane Kiffin. My sources in Louisiana say that there is a verbal agreement between Kiffin and LSU. They also say do not believe anything until the ink is dry on the contract, citing the fact that ESPN did scroll that Tom Herman was the coach at LSU a few years ago. Florida people are very confident as well. So this is going to start the carousel spinning. We alluded to the fact that there is a Missouri Board of Regents meeting at 3 p.m. the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. You know they have to be happy about that.
Oh, they're thrilled.
Yeah.
There's going to be some private jets sitting on the Columbia Regional Airport just waiting for that meeting to be over with.
How many emails have said, can we zoom in for this?
Yeah.
I do admire that it's close. We don't know much.
Right.
There's all speculation right now.
Yeah. Joe, have you heard any good carousel rumors other than we have some clarity at Oklahoma State, I should say?
I don't even know if you can believe that anymore.
That's true.
I mean, we'll see what happens when it happens. Hey, and you can't even get them to do it when they sign a contract. I mean, there was a couple years where the basketball coaches were doing the press conferences and then coming out and walking out and saying, "Nah, I've changed my mind."
Doug, thanks to the fact that the Indianapolis Colts refused to run the ball when they had a lead in the fourth quarter, the Chiefs found a way to win a game they had to.
I think the Chiefs defense needs a lot of credit for that game. They made a lot of plays, and you're right. Indianapolis didn't run it probably as much as they should, but they did still give Taylor some handoffs, and Chiefs did a pretty good job stuffing him. So,
Keith, that was the Chiefs' first come from behind win this year. Do you believe that?
No. We're gonna have to review every single game. I like what Doug said. It was a really clean game defensively, and we're kind of waiting for that pass interference call late in the game.
Absolutely,
we're waiting for something to happen.
Yeah,
and it just didn't. And so, Mahomes got a little jumpy, and that was that's the thing I worry about with this Chiefs team is Mahomes trying to put the team on his shoulder. He just doesn't have that it factor right now. I mean, just play your simple game, run a simple offense, scramble, look off all your receivers. I think Tony Romo, was it Romo or was Romo calling that game?
Yeah.
Romo said it 5 times. He's looking off his receivers too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, so I it's kind of a get back to the basics for PH 15.
Joe, he's becoming like one of those quote unquote athlete quarterbacks in college that wants to run it too soon.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I said all year that one of those left tackles was going to get Mahomes killed.
I do think back to the time when Tony Saragusa picked up the guy and just kind of landed on him. I mean, that's kind of the nightmare right there.
Yeah, exactly.
So now a short turn against America's team, and the Dallas Cowboys are proving to be the box of chocolates in the NFL this year. Doug, we never know what we're going to see.
We're still waiting for George Pickens to have a George Pickens moment. I don't know if you realize, but his stats alone are better in every single category than the Pittsburgh wide receiver corps put together.
I saw that. I saw that this
Yes.
week.
Believe it.
Yes, he beats them in every category himself.
Oh my. Keith, the athletic power rankings this morning say Rams, Broncos, Eagles, Patriots as the top 4 teams. You buying that?
It's hard to argue. Yeah, it's solid. Based on their recent performance, you just have to. I mean, how can you argue? I mean, the Eagles had that little bit of a letdown, but they're still dominant. I don't think I'm going to worry about them. I wouldn't certainly put them in that next level down category.
Right.
It's just hard to pick against the Rams and Broncos right now. I mean, they're clicking, man, and I hate to say it.
Mm-hmm. And that being said, Joe, the Chiefs were third in terms of betting favorites to win the Super Bowl. Speaking of betting, Blue Horseshoe, we're going to hear from the good folks at First Coast Steel Buildings, but then after that, we will pick 5 college games and 5 pro games in Blue Horseshoe's corner. And then we'll talk about the Cardinals. Busy day for the Cardinals. We'll also look at the Blues and the Billikens when we come back.
At First Coast Steel Buildings, we stand out by combining cutting-edge engineering with a family-first approach to customer service. Every building is custom designed, ensuring a perfect fit for your location and purpose, while our galvanized steel guarantees durability and resilience. Contact Jason and his team at 912-314-4848 or visit their website at firstcoaststeel.com. From fun to practical to industrial, First Coast will provide a custom solution to any building need. From fun projects like a backyard bar or she shed to an industrial storage unit for your business, First Coast has you covered. Visit their website at stcoaststeel.com or give them a call at 912-314-4848. Discounts for military and first responders.
And we are back on the St. Louis Sportists podcast with Joe Sperlin, Doug Lansdowne, and Keith Farrell. I'm Ron Cook. And it's time for Blue Horseshoe's Corner. Joe Sperlin will take us through 5 college games, 5 pro games, and a special bonus this week. Yes, folks, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, it's our gift to you. We would like to remind you that these picks are for recreational purposes only and should not be the basis of any actual wager. If you believe you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And these odds are from BetESPN. The point spreads we're giving you are from BetESPN at 10:30 this morning. Blue Horseshoe, take it away.
All right. Hey, some of these games are, if you're stuck at the house with the relatives, this goes from Thursday to Sunday. So you can pretty much get your own little betting parlay pool board there during dinner. So we're set off in college. Let's go to Conference USA. Louisiana Tech at Missouri State. Missouri State minus 2.5. Louisiana Tech bowl eligible last week. Ron, they played back in 1987. Do you remember that game?
Oh, yeah.
I want to take that as a no. Hey,
That rich history.
Louisiana Tech road finales 0-7. I'm going to say this is Missouri State's bowl game because it looks like they are not going to get that appeal.
No.
So, Ron, we'll go ahead and start with you. Missouri State at home minus 2.5.
I agree with you on the bowl game. I think that is how that's how it's being presented. For the record, I was the sports editor of the Missouri State paper in '87. So if I don't remember it, I attributed it to.
I don't believe I would have told that.
Yeah, I attribute it to other factors.
The water. The water.
I don't believe I would have told that.
Was a little cloudy.
I will take the Bears.
Keith?
Well, I picked against the Bears last week or 2 weeks ago, and I got burned. So I gotta switch my pick around. Bears.
Right. Doug?
The Bears.
There you go.
The Bears.
Let's go back to Bert. This is the Land of Lincoln Trophy. Northwest and Illinois has played 119 times since 1927. Illinois minus 6.5. Keith, what do you think?
The Illini win by 21.
Oh.
And they bring that trophy back to Memorial Stadium.
Doug, what do you think?
The Illini win but do not cover.
Okay. Ron?
Illini win. Bert has been angry all week. They will be highly motivated.
I will go with Doug. Northwestern just finds a way to muddy it up and hang around. Same thing. I think Illinois wins, but they cover. Now let's head to the SEC. Texas A&M at Texas. The first time they have played since 2011. Texas A&M minus 2.5 at Texas. Doug, what do you think?
Texas wins outright.
Oh, Ron?
I agree with Doug Lansdowne. This is the highest get-in price for the weekend, college or pro, $340 last time I looked. And also, this is another one where you may see armed troopers around the 50-yard line if things.
And by the way,
Texas
that
wins.
is as I like to say, that is the get-in price. That's not like down on the lower level, $340.
That's not 25 rows up on the 40. That's
yeah. Keith?
I think Mr. Arch is going to continue his 6-touchdown caliber type of play. Not predicting 6 touchdowns out of him, but I will say that Texas is going to win on his arm.
It's at Texas. I'm going to go with the old mayhem again. Chaos. Texas. Da-da-da. Ron, this will be the first time LSU has been to Norman, Oklahoma.
ever.
LSU
Hope
has
the bus
lost
driver doesn't get lost.
5 straight road finales. LSU at Oklahoma minus 10.5. Now, Ron, I'm going to see if you're going to say what you said earlier this week. Go ahead.
LSU will not score an offensive touchdown, and Oklahoma will cover easily.
Whoa.
Let me put it to you this way. LSU played a bad group of 6 team at home last week, and the quarterback threw for 202 yards.
Yeah.
So how do you say go Tigers when they play like this?
You say, how long till Kiffin's here?
How many
Keith,
zeros
what
on
do you
that
think?
check? It's always tough to go double digits when you're an LSU Tiger. So I'm going to take LSU in the points.
Really? I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Doug?
I'm going to go with
have any heart left?
I'm going to go with our LSU expert, Ron Cook, and agree with him.
I always like to say it's interesting when you find out people are leaving, and because players now are looking for the portal, they're trying to find places, coaches trying to find jobs, they're trying to get, the wife says, when do we need to pack? When are we out of here? All that means, so yeah, it's hard to be focused on football. I'm going to go with OU also. And I don't know if you've seen the weather report Saturday for Fayetteville, but boy, am I excited to be at this game. It's going to be like 40, rainy, cold, windy.
Yep.
On top of the hill.
I am not excited about going to this game, but Mizzou minus 2.5. Now, I saw a battle line rivalry. Is that a thing, or is that something somebody made up that no one
There's
cares
a trophy.
about?
No,
It's a trophy.
Is there a trophy? Is there a trophy almost for every game once you get in November?
And the trophy is the southern border of Missouri, northern border of Arkansas, and whichever team has it gets to put their color bar across the trophy.
Okay. Well, last time Mizzou was down there, they put a whooping on Arkansas. Mizzou minus 2.5, Keith.
Oh, I think Arkansas is going to take it.
Oh,
On the money. I give Arkansas on the money line.
Doug?
I'm with Keith. Missouri did not look good. Bobby Petrino, he will sell his soul to get a win.
Ron?
That's three of us.
Hey, I hate to say this. I was going to say the same thing. Bobby's not going to go down there and lose every game. I mean, you're going to see stuff from Arkansas that you're like, wow. Hey, it's going to be like if Jameis Winston was quarterbacking Arkansas this week. There's going to be double reverse passes. There's going to be the Philly special throw. So, yeah.
There'll be a streaker. There's going to be a streaker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's going to distract the Mizzou defense, and that's going to open up a receiver downfield.
Well,
By the way,
Joe, keep your clothes on.
now
I told Rhonda if we didn't already have these tickets, there was no way I'm going to
You weren't
Fayetteville
going.
Saturday.
Nope.
No.
no.
And at some point, I'm going to look at them and go, I told you so.
Uh-huh.
I told you so. And when they say, can we go now? I'm going to say, oh, no, we're not leaving. We're going to watch one more
Actually,
series.
this is where the gambling should kick in. Which of the three will be the first to say, can we just go?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be Eva, without a doubt. It'll be Eva. All right, here's all you got to say. And I'm going to start off with, where's Kiffin going to end up? Here's what I'm going to tell you. Ole Miss has matched it. They're doing like everybody else. We've matched the money. We're going to give you all this NIL money. Kiffin stays at Ole Miss. Ron, I know what you're saying. It's a done deal.
Well, I'm going to tell you because he's going to hire this gentleman as his defensive line coach. He's going to bring Coach Ed back as defensive line. They've coached together for 9 years. Ed Orgeron going to be the defensive line coach at LSU. Lane Kiffin going to be there.
All right. Keith, what do you think?
Tigers of LSU is going to be his next destination.
Doug?
That's where he can get the most attention, so that's where he's going.
Hey.
Well said.
And I'm telling you, they don't play well, and they win by a little bit, and he leaves, and they don't have a home game. Look out. Let's go to the NFL, where everything's good in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Thursday starts off, what is that, 11:30? I think 11:30.
11:30.
Green Bay at Detroit, which right now Detroit would be out of the playoffs.
My God.
Detroit minus 2.5. Ron, we'll start with you.
So Detroit is the NFC Kansas City, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I want to warn everyone, you will have to fight your female family members because they all want to watch the dog show during this time.
Yep.
So just be ready for that. Have you
the Macy's parade too?
No, parade will wrap up. You're getting into dog show territory here. So have your intellectual ammunition ready to defeat the dog show with the National Football League. Detroit wins.
Keith?
Will gift cards do that?
Oh, yeah.
Gift cards. Okay.
Gift Excellent strategy.
Yeah. Okay. Detroit covers at home because they're at home.
I think Detroit wins big.
Episode title.
Yeah. I'm kind of with Doug, too. I think they'll be going. The next game, then, you turn it to, would that be on CBS? That other game will be on Fox. This will go to CBS, won't it?
Yep.
They're calling for the largest regular season people watching, 50 million people to watch this. Kansas City minus 3.5 at Dallas. Dallas fighting. They're 5-5-1. Kansas City's one game out of the division, so here they come. So I will start off with this. I said it once they beat the Colts, the Chefs will not lose another game. I'll say it wrong, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Thank you, Len.
Yeah, right down your corner there. Kansas City's I think they're gonna win by double digits. Yeah.
Ron?
For the second week in a row, a Brandon Aubrey kick propels the Dallas Cowboys to victory. And this one, here's my unusually specific prediction. And this one may be an NFL record.
Oh, there it is. Doug?
I think the Chiefs win and cover.
Okay, then you can flip it over to NBC for Joe Burrow at Baltimore. Oh, by the way, Baltimore -7, and they are also now, with the tiebreaker, the first place in the AFC North.
Makes no sense.
Well, the Mud
All you
Hut is
got to do is
collapsing.
get in the playoffs, baby.
Uh-huh.
The spitter, he's back on the squad this week, right?
Yes, Jamar is back.
And go ahead, Keith.
Oh, I thought you called. I'm sorry. I'm going to have
No, go ahead.
Baltimore cover. Baltimore is going to cover, and they couldn't possibly. Did you see the fantasy points that Jackson and Henry and Mark Andrews had?
No,
Like in the first half, it was like 6 points.
Oh my gosh.
So, but they're gonna come out. They're gonna be better this week.
Ron?
One of the great things in sports that I learned, and it took me a really long time to do this, is that when someone comes back from a long time off like Burrow, they're not normally usual vintage Burrow. So give me Baltimore to cover.
Yep. Doug?
Good call.
And I'm going to go the exact opposite. I think Jamar Chase catches like 18 passes for 240 yards and 3 touchdowns. But Tyler Loop lines up the track man and kicks a field goal on the last play to win the game. Baltimore wins, but does not cover.
Hey, we thought it was out of gas, broke down. I'm back on the Baltimore bandwagon. Give me Baltimore -7.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, then there's Good Friday. The NFL says we're going to take every potential opening we can get. Now we're going to play games on Good Friday. The first place Chicago Bears at Philadelphia -7. Doug?
Philadelphia. This will probably be the week they win by 20. So give me Philly and they cover.
Yeah. Ron, what do you think?
I think this is when kids start throwing rocks at each other from across a vacant lot. I'm going to just take Philadelphia because they're at home. I'm defaulting to home.
Keith?
I'm defaulting to they're going to come back and make a statement win. So they're going to cover.
I'm going to say they may win, but the Bears find a way to cover at the end and make it interesting. And because, like the NFL, I have not taken anybody in the points yet, so I have to do that. And then our last game Sunday, Buffalo -4. They are the last wild card right now. And the Pittsburgh Steelers would be out because of the tiebreaker to Baltimore. So Pittsburgh, whoever's the AFC North, has got to win it because they're not going to get a wild card, it looks like. So I'm going to come out and say, let me see you, Buffalo, -4. Doug?
I agree.
Keith?
Same here.
Ron?
We all remember those videos of the stadiums being imploded. That's what's happening to the Mud Hut right now. The Steelers are in full collapse. There you have
Rodgers
it.
coming back this week.
Oh,
It doesn't
Aaron
matter.
Rodgers'
Buffalo-
wife has got to be
Buffalo
upset.
covers. Oh, yeah.
Aaron
Whoever she
Rodgers'
is.
wife has got to be very visibly upset. I have not seen
Whoever she
any
is.
pictures of her at the games, and no has anyone else. So,
And this is when we find out like it's Maria Taylor or something. You know, it's like the truth has been in plain sight all the time.
yeah. So, hey, you got football, you got basketball from Thursday to Sunday.
Oh, yeah. It's like, it's kind of like the over-under bet is when the ladies of the house say, can we watch something besides sports?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Time to go.
Yeah. Blue Horseshoe, thank you, sir.
You bet.
Keith Farrell, the St. Louis Blues are 7, 10, and 6. They are in the bottom 4 of the 30-team National Hockey League. And we are just past the quarter pole of the season. So the good news is there's 3 quarters of the season left, right?
Oh, technically, I guess that is correct. But But on the flip side of that, this is a bad hockey team right now. The Blues last year, if we recall, a lot of their success came from defensive blue line scoring. And if I told you that Cam Fowler and Colton Parayko have 0 goals, Matt Kessel has 1, and Justin Falk is your leading scorer on the team, you've got issues. Okay.
Justin Falk is playing at a Kyle McCarr level in terms of scoring. If I told you that,
it makes no sense. It makes no sense. He and Thomas and Kyrie are leading the team with 13 points, which is abysmal, by the way, at this stage of the game.
No.
But yeah, your defensemen aren't scoring. I think that's the number one attribute. But a close second and third is Booch and Schenner are just playing abysmal as well.
Well, actually, that was my next question for you. I mean, Buchnevich looks lost, and I can't tell, it's hard to tell if it's a question of desire, ability, interest. It's just not happening. Is it time for a change of scenery for him?
Yes. You cannot continue to roll this guy out on a third, or I'm even thinking of third line, because nowadays you're expecting scoring off this third line. He has to find a groove. And if the longer you continue to throw him out there and not score, I mean, the guy only has 2 goals this year. I mean, that's a bad hockey player for $8 million a year. So, he has to have a change of scenery. Unfortunately, it's going to be on this roster.
Yeah, because we were talking about an extension for him not that long ago. We were talking about, is this a guy you build around for the next, kind of a veteran for when these young guys like Snugerud and Dvorsky and some of those guys come around, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is if you remember last year and the year before that, the big excuse was, well, we played him at center because we didn't have a viable center. Now he's stuck on the wing. What's your excuse now?
Right.
I mean, there's really nothing, and he just needs to find a place on the third or fourth line in selective situations. Sitting him may work, but he's obviously just not helping this team at all.
No, he's not. Speaking of changes on a team, Doug Lansdowne, we saw a pretty big one for the St. Louis Cardinals today with Sonny Gray going to the Boston Red Sox. And in return, a shockingly good return. The number 5 Boston prospect, a lefty named Brandon Clark, a right-handed pitcher named Richard Fitz. Well, what do we think of that?
I was tickled to death when I saw it. I didn't think they would get 2 arms that good. So, the Fitz guy showed a little bit of signs of some stuff. So you think, okay, maybe they get him, and you're thinking, all right, the next guy is somebody you haven't heard of, or he's not their top 30. But I mean, a lefty that throws that hard, I thought it was a really, really. I mean, it looks good. We'll see how it pans out, but it looks good.
They've already dropped him in the Cardinal prospect rankings at number 7, and part of that is because the Cardinals have a lot of high-ranking guys right now.
Today, I heard that a Boston writer graded the trade for Boston an A- and graded the trade for the Cardinals an A. So if it tells you kind of how highly regarded those pitchers are coming out of that Boston organization, impressive. Not only that, but we also reduced $15 million of salary. Yeah, we had to throw $20 million, to Boston in order to make the deal complete.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the last 3 years and the trade deadline moves that Mo has made, there is not one. I think there's one prospect.
Swanson. Swanson's looking good.
Swanson and that Baez guy, I think, from New York that we got for Helsley. Those are the only 2 guys. I bet you we picked up 10 players and 8 of them are no longer on this roster.
Yeah.
So when Bloom goes in there and says, I want, hey, Boston, give me 2 of your top prospects. Okay. Take Sonny Gray.
Mm-hmm. And so Brendan Donovan. Last week, Tom was saying, and I agreed with him, that we shouldn't get too excited for what we might get for Brendan Donovan. And now all of a sudden, Joe, we're starting to hear that there's like as many as 15 teams in, and they're saying that we may get a high-ranking prospect for him.
There you go. Hey, or you at least convince everybody, hey, sorry, someone else just called. I got to go. Oh, I got someone else I put on hold. Hold on, I got another call. Yeah.
It's the used car thing. I got someone else coming down, by the way.
I got someone waiting on this other line. What do I hang up on them? Come on, give me something.
Yeah. Hey, Doug, I was thinking about the the old back in the day, go back to the steroid days or the 90s or, heck, even the 80s. And you look at Brendan Donovan's stats, he didn't hit for a huge amount of power. And this guy is like being sought after by all these teams. Yeah, he can play a bunch of positions, but is that the state of offensive baseball right now?
It has to be. I mean, you heard me singing his praises before the season started. I mean, I thought he was their best player, and I don't know why you wouldn't want him for all he can do. So, and he's
that super utility, and that those organizations are going to have, players that are going to break down or go on that 15, 30, 45-day injured reserve list. And what a better commodity to have than plug an all-star in that position.
Mm-hmm.
Glue. He's a glue guy.
He is. Yeah. And speaking of all-stars, Ryan Helsley is out on the market, and there's interest allegedly in him as a starter, Keith.
I'm very curious. That's a great marketing move by his agent to throw that out there, because he kind of sucked it up as a closer in New York. So yeah, that's a heck of a marketing move by his agent. So
hey,
he
Ryan,
better have a change of scenery.
We're not getting any looks as you as a closer. So you're going to have to be able to start a little bit. Yeah, but I can't do that. I don't care. We're not getting any looks at you as a closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, stretch it out, Ryan. Stretch it out.
That's some good agenting right there. Hey, Joe Sperlin, we've got college basketball on 3 screens down here, and we were kidding about it before we went on the air. They're calling this Feast Week. This could become a thing.
Well, and what a great time where they've always had these holiday tournaments, and the money now they're offering and going to put money into the NIL fund, and what a better place than Vegas. They're already talking about next year expanding it where you have 3 weekends because you're playing 2 games now, and then they're kind of seeding it, and then you get to play better people, and then that's where the money's going to come in. So they're like already talking about expanding it and going 3 weekends. My thoughts are, okay, these guys play 35 games, okay, give or take. A couple of those are conference tournament. You play 20 conference games. So that leaves you 10 or 12, 15 games. Well, you can play your 5 home games against South Carolina State and get those people. And then you play those other games to get some wins. But then you ought to have 3 or 4 games against pretty good people if you're pretty good, and that's what this is. I mean, you're getting to see some games that only certain teams would play,
Right.
Then you get guys like Kelvin Sampson who just says, I'll play anybody anywhere. We'll fight you. We'll play in a parking lot. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Doug, this reminds me a little bit of the old preseason NIT. You remember that action?
Yep. And Washington State is currently playing Arizona State on ESPN in Maui. Washington State has a kid from Canada, a kid from Iceland, a kid from Ireland, Latvia, the Netherlands, Spain, and 2 from Finland.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a hockey team.
Just to give you an update, and they all have a lot of hair and or wear headbands.
Oh my gosh. Oh dear Lord. We're gonna. You know what? We need to go. We need to go for like the hair salon for men.
Yeah, absolutely. Or Head and Shoulders. Or
yeah. And to close out our college basketball show, hey, ballrooms are not just for dancing anymore.
Oh, hey, I said, hey, that one, the one gym where they had the chairs put around there and brought in portable bleachers, and then they had a stage at one end. It was like they were playing at Southwest Missouri Middle School Auxiliary Gym. They had the screen up there. Yeah. As you know, I really, like I said, I like this time of year when they play at Puerto Rico and they play in a high school gym that's really not safe. And I think I sent you guys the video. Someone tried to make a full length pass at the end of the game and hit the top of the ballroom ceiling.
And our friend Tom Mathis talked about Purvis Short, who had that famous high arching shot, Doug, when his shot would hit the roof of those ballrooms. Joe, you were talking about those facilities that weren't safe. I was wondering if the directors always told the camera guys, "Hey, don't get the guys with the machine guns, okay?"
Yeah.
Mr. Farrell, the St. Louis Billikens, the soccer, oh my goodness, they take down Indiana and move to, I guess, the third round of the NCAA, the Sweet 16. And for those of you that are not big college soccer fans, the Billikens have won more soccer championships than any college.
Yeah, so it was a nice win. The last, I would say, decade or so, Indiana's certainly had SLU's number.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice for SLU to walk into Bloomington, Indiana, and steal a win as a convincing goal. Thank God it didn't have to come down to penalty kicks.
Mm-hmm.
So a nice win. And they go on to play Bryant University, the juggernaut out of the American East Conference. Where are these? I looked up the top 10 soccer teams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's happening. It's just kind of a weird dynamic because you're used to Notre Dame, Stanford, Indiana, the SLUs, but these Bryants and all these other teams are just are stacking rosters, I guess, with international players.
Doug, I remember Bryant being in March Madness one year.
Don't they have the giant dog as their mascot?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they have a giant dog.
That's correct.
So the Bryant Giant Dogs are playing the SLU, the SLU Mythical Dogs. This weekend. And the winner of that game will go on to play the winner of Duke and Akron.
Yeah.
So, but let me just follow up with that. The other St. Louis team, Lindenwood University, did not advance. They lost to UMKC. Nice season that Lindenwood had, finishing 14-3-4 and taking the Ohio Valley Conference Championship.
And I would like to say that outcome had my wife quizzing me about the Kangaroos.
Yeah, the Roos.
Why is the Kansas City team called the Kangaroos? And I said a kangaroo can be quite vicious. Have you seen those back legs and what it can do?
If I know Jamie Kay, she was probably looking out for how do they associate Kansas City and kangaroos. It's the letter K.
There you have it.
Deep insight from the Sportists.
That's why you listen, Joe. As you said last week, that's why you join us on this podcast. And
did you hear at the OU game when the announcer just casually mentioned that the last time they played in '66 and that the coach that won was replaced the next year by Chuck Fairbanks? And I wanted to say, he wasn't replaced. He died. So
he died.
They didn't even have their information that you got right here on the Sportists, people.
Yeah, that would have been like after President Kennedy's trip to Dallas, he was replaced by President Johnson.
That was exactly it. Now, different circumstances, but still the same thing.
How was the parade, Mrs. Kennedy?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh boy.
All right. With that, it is time. I don't know. Can we go to the last call after that? That seems almost morbid. But anyway, we will. It is time. It is time for the last call. Dave's going to be like, really? You go from that into my read? It's time for the last call, brought to you by Black Dog Consulting. Black Dog Consulting LLC is here to help the one truck owner and the small fleet owner to grow and prosper. Dave has 37 years and 4+ million miles experience with flatbed, step deck, overdimensional dry vans, and refrigerated units. He successfully grew his last fleet from 1 truck to 5 with a yearly gross revenue of $3.7 million. If this is the growth you are looking for, contact Dave at 417-217 9622 or oldblackdog0523 at gmail.com. Black Dog Consulting, helping you retrieve bigger profits. And Joe Sperlin, what is your last call?
As college football wraps up and we get into the playoffs, don't forget all the other bowl game. Last year, the bowl lineup averaged 2.7 million viewers per game, its highest mark in 5 years. 21 of the 30 non-playoff bowls reported year-over-year increases. So even besides that, people want to watch bowl games during the holidays. If I can, I will not miss a game. I don't care who's playing at 10 a.m. I will watch it. My favorite bowl, and of course you get the sponsors, may have been the Snoop Dogg Bowl out in Arizona, but I thought the names were as good until a couple of days ago. The Boca Raton Bowl in Florida will be known as the Bush Boca Raton Best of Beans Bowl. Bush Beans will be sponsoring the Boca Raton Bowl. So there you go. I am waiting to see, will they dump Bush Beans on like they did the Mayo
and the Cheez-Its?
Oh,
yeah.
Duke's Mayo, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if
I
the
hope they
talking
do
dog
that.
will be there.
Yeah. So, oh, by the way, and the Pop-Tarts Bowl, they have expanded the Pop-Tarts. Like there'll be 6 of them now. I'm not for sure how they're doing. They're trying to keep that close to the vest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yes. I agree with you. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Doug Lansdowne, what do you have?
I don't know if you got to see Marty and McGee last Saturday. They were down at Vanderbilt.
Yes.
They were, and they talked to the baseball coach, Tim Corbin. Did you see that interview?
Didn't.
He's won 2 national championships, and from day one, since he got the job at Vanderbilt, when he comes to the office, he changes into his baseball uniform. And he wears it every day, all day long. He leaves the office, he puts it up because he said it's an honor. And he said, one of these days, sooner than later, I'm not going to be able to wear it anymore. So he wears it every day at the office. So thought that was cool.
Yeah, it's worked.
Yeah, it's worked.
I tell you, the best thing I did by not watching game day anymore was trying to be a regular of Marty and McGee.
Yep.
That is good stuff.
Well, and you go right there to the SEC show with Laura Rutledge and Tebow and Feinbaum.
Yes.
And I because the teams in our house, the teams we care about are basically all in the SEC. So
yes,
you don't have all of the goofy. You don't have to watch McAfee jump up on tables.
Yes. Yes.
Speaking of McAfee, do you guys get a kick out of the college kid kicking for $500,000?
That's the best thing he does.
I just think it's remarkable what he's able to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids get up there. I don't know. Are they prepared for the day before or the week before?
Wasn't it Vandy where the kickers were like having people practice?
Yeah.
Well, and that kid from Vanderbilt, remember we said he nailed it. It would have been good from 50.
Yes.
Oh, it had room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Lord. My last call is kind of going to expand on the Hein Bloom era. Has he given any clarification to the coaching staff and the direction that we're going to go with here?
Mm-mm.
So we can kind of assume that we're going to roll into spring training with Ollie and
gang.
Ollie and gang. I don't know what I think about that, but I will say that it's safe. And I'm glad he's given the runway. I know I got upset with that.
You've regressed, Keith.
But I do like Marmal had no chance with Mo as his GM. And, I'm not going to spill secrets, but I do know this. We know this from someone who was close with the team. And that is Mo was in Ollie's Cheerios every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you like that when you can't even, he's talking and interviewing players about the team culture in that clubhouse. It was just a very sticky situation. So looking forward to seeing the Hein Bloom and Ollie show take off this year.
Yeah, it'll be, it's a new day for Cardinal fans. And for mine, I'm going to bring it back to Thanksgiving, folks. And remember, Joe Sperlin suggested you could listen to this podcast during Thanksgiving dinner. And so if you are listening to this podcast during Thanksgiving dinner, thank you for that. And if not, I'm going to tell you about a little St. Louis Thanksgiving tradition, and that is this Thursday at Lions Field in Kirkwood, a tradition that began in 1898. Webster and Kirkwood will play the Turkey Day game, and they began playing it on Thanksgiving in 1928. It's a week-long, it's actually kind of a year-long thing, but this week they have a lot of fun with it. One of my favorites is that they have a thing on Monday, and I saw a social post on this, and I actually laughed out loud. Monday is called Tacky Day, T-A-C-K-Y, Tacky Day. And so the students wear the most tacky thing they possibly can, which is the other team's colors. So they posted a picture of the Webster, like, principal and vice principal wearing, like, Kirkwood polos as the most tacky thing that they could possibly wear. And since 1952, being a railroad guy, this is one of my favorite parts of it. A bell from a retired Frisco engine, a Frisco steam engine, is the trophy, the Frisco Bell. And it's pretty awesome. After they win, the winning team sprints over and they get to start ringing the Frisco Bell. And it's kind of like the axe. Speaking of the college rivalries, you get to keep the Frisco Bell for a year. And the coach at Kirkwood, by the way, as I know pretty much the Sportists know, it's a Mizzou legend, an NFL guy, Mr. Jeremy Macklin is at Kirkwood. And he is doing some great things there. He's had them in some really good success. In fact, Joe, this year, they're still alive in the playoffs.
That's right.
And so when that happens, the JV teams meet, which is the case this year, but still, it will be a sellout. I say a sellout crowd. It'll be a huge crowd at Lions Field in Kirkwood this Thursday. Just one of the great St. Louis traditions. It's received national attention, and we always look forward to watching the highlights on the sports that night. Just a fun thing. And with that, we want to thank all of you for listening to us for the past year. Every week, we appreciate you. We are thankful for you listening to us on the St. Louis Sportists podcast. Joe Sperlin, thank you, sir.
Yes, thankful for getting to do this with you guys and everyone that listens. Very much.
Indeed. Doug Lansdowne.
Hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving.
And Keith Farrell.
Well said, fellas. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there.
And we appreciate all of you. We will see you next week. We'll be back on our regular schedule. And until then, take care.
And that wraps another episode of the St. Louis Sportists podcast. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest episodes. You can find these guys on all major podcast platforms. And thanks for listening.